Hello Pisces! Thank you for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Leilima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jessie Reisch. Reisch is R-E-I-S-C-H. S-C-H. Alright, already shuffled. Let's go ahead and do relationship first, single second, and oracle cards come out as needed. Okay. Oh my god, I put them all upside down. They're all upside down, the oracle cards, which, that's interesting. Let's see what happens with this, because I feel like they purposely were done that way. When I'm coming into this, I got a burp that just wants to come up, excuse me. You get the Five of Cups. This is in your challenge position. The Five of Cups is usually like, not everything is lost, but it feeling like it is. Pisces, right? Yeah. Not everything is lost. And you're going into a new era. Definitely going into a new era. Things are definitely changing. It's subjective to what you're experiencing. This world card, at this point, you know exactly what this means. That's what I'm feeling. For some of you, it could be change of residence, change of job. For one of you, life is changing. And I feel like you're not happy about how it's changing. Life is definitely changing. Day-to-day life is changing is what I'm getting. Now, I'm noticing these are reversed. But is this a bad thing? Is this just like, are you having a hard time seeing it? Because I feel like that might be what's going on here. I'm seeing with this change, though, your partner has the Ace of Swords. Seems to be picking right up and going forward. Whether it's happening on their side or not, they seem to be taking control of the situation and just making the best of it. Now, the challenge card, and I'm seeing this, and I'm noticing, see, all these came upside down, but I know it's for a reason, so I'm not going to reverse them. The King of Pentacles is your partner's challenge card, which is telling me, see, I feel like this is a person, other than you and whoever this person is. Like, don't get caught up in the gender, whatever the gender of your partner is. I don't feel like this is your partner. I feel like this is somebody, I feel like they have some type of employment obligation. Feels financial. It doesn't have to be employment, but it's definitely financial. I'm getting that in this card. Like, and I don't always get that for Pentacles, but I do get that in this situation. Like, even like if it's like a mortgage type feel or property owning or connection to something monetary, definitely a monetary connection. This is creating, this situation and what's happening now is creating a challenge, a big challenge. This is actually going to work out, but with the success upside down, and this is definitely in the challenge card position, it's going to take a while before it really looks like the success it is. It's really not bad. It's actually causing a change, forcing a change, right? And I feel like when it's going through, it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like it's a success. But I'm getting, ultimately, it will become a success. Just not in the beginning. And I'm getting, that's why that's upside down. There's some type of monetary challenge here. Now, your partner's trying to just go with it. Just trying to pick it up and go and deal with it. That's how it is. This is how it is. I feel like one of the reasons this is hard and why you're having that Five of Cups feel is because you got that Eight of Pentacles where spiritually you're just kind of like, I like how things have been. I feel fortified, strength. I feel like there's a lot invested here. I don't want this phase to end. That's why you got that Five of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles here in your religious realm, your spiritual spot is saying you feel like there's so much here that you don't want to let go of. And I feel like your partner is actually mirroring that with the Ten of Pentacles. The way things were, they felt very strong and secure. I'm also getting the Nine of Pentacles with that for what's being left behind. And I actually have to say, even though I feel them picking up the challenges and handling the challenges. They seem to be, with this Ace of Swords, the reason they're picking that sword up and dealing with it and going forward towards it, I almost feel like there's a degree of denial or a degree of salvage, trying to salvage. That's why the Ace of Swords is going out and fighting that battle. Like, they're going in with the attitude like they're going to fix this. Because they like it too, and they feel very strong and stable with that Ten of Pentacles. They're feeling like all they have to do is correct the situation. And they can recoup or continue on. But I don't feel like that's the truth. I feel like but this Ace of Swords, I feel like that's why they're picking up this Ace of Swords. They're going at it full force with every intention of correcting it. The thing is, this is going to morph from trying to recover to forging ahead on the new path. And I feel like that's why they're using the Ace of Swords here. Originally, I feel like your partner is trying to like recover what could be lost. In their mind, it's like what could be. But it's going to be lost is what I'm getting. And I feel like the Ace of Swords is like evolving to like the next, let's forge ahead. They're keeping that energy, but they're going to actually use it to forge ahead. Fairly, like it's just like, it's a quick change is what I'm getting. Now, I feel like you have the Queen of Wands here. I feel like that's where you're standing. You're just doing what you need to do. You're handling it. You're taking care of things where you can. I'm seeing the prosperity upside down for you too. In the long run, this is actually going to work in your favor. While you're going through it, while it seems like there's no choice, it does seem like there's no choice, I don't feel like you're seeing the prosperity. You're not going to see the prosperity until it's said and done. And you look back and you're going to be like, well, yeah, I guess I did end up in a better place. It's going to be one of those moments. Now, I'm noticing for you that what helps. What helps is the Seven of Pentacles. Like, this is going to take some time to put this back in perspective, to put this in a situation where you're happy with it. The Victory upside down is like, I feel like you're having a hard time seeing that optimistic moment where you will be feeling happy again about the situation. Because while it's happening, you're feeling like, no, I'm not going to feel the victory. I'm not going to feel happy about this. It's just not going to correct. It's been destroyed, and I don't know what else to do about it. And you're trying to, like, the Seven of Pentacles in your what makes things better is like you're trying to look ahead. Like, you know what, right now it's not good, but there will be a moment where it is good again. The Victory upside down is telling me it's very hard for you to feel that way. And even though you're trying to convince yourself, and maybe you're telling other people that one day it will be good again and things will be fine, you're not really feeling it. But I am getting that they're saying that you will. You actually will. Victory will come to you again. I just feel it's not feeling like it at the time. It's just feeling rough. This time will end. I feel like when your partner hits that moment, because there's a moment where the wheel turns and they realize that they cannot salvage, they have to forge forward with a new path. The wheel hits for them. Like, the wheel has already hit is kind of how it already feels. The wheel already did hit. But, like, them accepting it and realizing, like, the wheel is so blatantly in their face, like it's blocking their way. Like, the wheel is saying, nope, things have changed. When that actually does hit and they actually accept it and see it for what it is, they got the Knight of Wands and Justice. This was face down. Until that wheel is in their face and blocking them. Like, no, you can't salvage. You have to forge through. You have to use this Ace of Swords. You can't salvage with that Ace. You have to forge through another way. And when that wheel says no, you have to forge a new path for your partner that helps them, because then this is face down. They're not going to be willing to do that until they're forced to. That wheel is right in their face. Like, you will not go this path anymore. You will forge a new one. And they're going to quickly get that Knight of Wands with that Justice card. They're going to quickly change directions because they don't like this feeling. They don't like the wheel in their face saying, no, you cannot use this to recoup. You have to go a new direction. That is for a new direction, not to recover something lost. And I feel them, like with the High Priestess card here, they're balancing it out. And I feel like there's a lot that went wrong here. There's a lot of missteps, a lot of things that could have went better, and I get that. But I also feel like this is a part of the learning things of life. Like, it's one of those things where unless you go through it, you don't really know what it feels like to go through this. So it was going to happen this way. And I feel like they're trying to accept it. They got that High Priestess card, excuse me. But they're trying to handle it. They're trying to move forward. They're trying to accept what it is. They're still forging ahead. They're accepting, like, justice is playing here. Like, they're accepting, like, where it is due to decisions have brought you both here at this point. Decisions that have already been made, and there's no going back and changing those decisions at this point. And they're learning from that, and they're accepting it for what it is. I see you on this side being very gracious with the situation and also trying to help them accept it. I feel like there's a lot of pain there. And the healing card, I feel like the farther they go, the more they're going to heal. This is the one card I feel like should be face up. But I feel like they're not going to heal right off the bat. They're going to ignore. It's not really going to sink in until after. I feel like it's after all is said and done. The farther they get into it, the better they're going to be. They might also not really heal until it's over, and they can look back and really, like, calm themselves from it. They're trying to handle it. They're trying to address it. They're trying to be on the ball with it. But I feel like it's one of those things where they originally try to go in and recoup what could be lost in their opinion. You might be seeing it more for the truth of what it is. When the wheel is so blatantly in their face that they cannot deny it, they will change direction fairly quickly when they just have no choice but to change direction. And I feel like they're gonna accept it and just move forward. They seem to be accepting the justice of the situation, but I feel like it's very painful. I feel like the longer it goes, more than likely after it's said and done, they'll be able to really heal from it, but not till after it's said and done. Alright, I feel like the message got out there, whatever we want to say there. Alright, let's do Pisces single, see what we have for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces, let's see what we got there. Messages for single Pisces. Empowering information for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. What do we have for single Pisces? Empowering information. Alright. Got a lot of sword energy going on here for single Pisces. Oh. The tower. Oh, we got the tower at the bottom. Oh, that's not fun. Let's see we got the tower at the bottom. Let's shuffle these cards. If the tower leads to something good, like, you know what I mean, if it's clearing away the old to give us a better new, I'm saying that as a Pisces myself, currently single, but at the time of me doing this reading, let's see what happens. True love come to me at the bottom. Maybe this isn't as bad as I think. Maybe that card's going to actually feel better than I think. Let's find out. You're ready to move forward. I feel like you're in a spot where you're ready to find somebody. You're just kind of like, the single life, I'm just kind of over it. Let's find somebody to click in here. The Queen of Wands is like you're actively looking. You're actively participating. Let's do this. But your thoughts are, I'm noticing the Five of Cups. And I'm seeing somebody pop in from the past that you think, you know, maybe that would have been... I'm getting like there's a mixed feelings, I gotta be honest. Something that happened or something that was a possibility or maybe a possibility in the past that one of you just kind of let it fizzle out. Because when I feel this Three of Swords in the past, I feel like you're standing here now looking back kind of like, oh, maybe there's bad feelings there, or maybe that just didn't work out the way it should have. The Five of Cups is thinking maybe that situation that could be coming around again is Maybe this isn't something that's really got a lot of possibility, but maybe it has something there that you're not aware of. Maybe, see, I feel like you're looking at it a little bit pessimistically, especially with the Five of Cups, and you're looking back in the past like something didn't work out before, but this person's coming back to you or towards you, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, this didn't work out before. This just didn't seem like it seemed like it fizzled out, I gotta be honest with you. And you're kind of like, well, if it didn't work before, why do I want to do this now? It seems like the past is pulling in again. And it feels like a mixed bag of feelings. Like there was some good things there, and there were some things that just didn't seem like they matched. And you're just kind of like, I don't know, like, I like this person. I feel like that's definitely a thing. You like this person, but is there really anything that can be built from this, for one reason or another? Okay, now, the bottom is the World card I'm noticing. So I feel like this person that's coming in from the past, that it just seemed like it fizzled out to me. That's the strongest energy I got from that. It just went its own way. The Three of Swords is there. You decide for your life what that means. It can mean flat out heartbreak. So somebody's heart could have gotten broken. I'm just feeling like it fizzled out, looking back like, oh, I don't know if we should really even go there. But I'm feeling like this person's coming towards you. I'm getting communication coming towards you. I'm getting the Page of Swords going into the Queen of Swords. I feel like there's some type of communication. It seems like however it's happening, you're communicating back, however it's happening. I'm getting like talks are being, like you're talking back and forth. I feel like this person wants to see you. And I feel like this is where that Queen of Wands energy really clicks in, because I feel like you're actively going back towards this. And you're like, all right, yeah, let's hang out. Let's see each other again. Let's do whatever we're going to do. Let's go to dinner. Let's do whatever needs to be done. That, I'm noticing you're actively participating, but I'm also noticing the Eight of Swords, which this might be serving you in this situation, just to be fair, which seems really interesting. And what I mean by that is, like, it's feeling like you kind of have to go forward with the situation. Like, you don't want to burn a bridge. You're not really sure if this is something that really has a lot of potential, if you really want to be doing this, but you're like, I don't want to burn a bridge, but I don't really know if this can really go anywhere. Is this the right thing to do? Type of feel. I feel like you don't want to burn a bridge. I feel like that's the biggest thing. You don't want to burn a bridge. You would like to keep this person in your life to some respect. It almost feels like this is more of a friend energy for you at this point, is why you don't want to burn the bridge. And I'm getting, you just kind of feel like if you tell this person no, that's just seeming like that's a bad idea, that could damage the situation. So you're saying yes to it. You're feeling like you have to, though, because you don't want to burn a bridge. That's kind of what it feels like to me. And I don't know if I showed this. The World is here. I feel like the World is getting ready to come in, and it's interesting. And I'm feeling that Tower energy, too. I don't feel it's bad. I don't feel like it's bad. That's kind of interesting. That Tower card does not always come in as a negative thing for me. I have to be honest with you. So we'll see where it's going. And the True Love come to me at the bottom. Well, let's just keep going, because I'm feeling like there's something here that's not expected. Because I feel like this comes together. I feel like you're hanging out with this person. You do hang out with this person. Eight of Pentacles hits. I feel like looking back at that Three of Swords now, instead of seeing this as a bad thing, I feel like you're growing from that moment. I feel like you're both talking about what was going on at the time, why you felt your way, why they felt their way. If there was a heartbreak, you're solving it. If it just fizzled out, you're talking about, well, this was going on in my life. That was, I feel like you're, I don't want to say rectifying the heartbreak of the past. You're addressing it and putting it to rest. So that's not really a negative factor anymore. I don't feel like this is a negative factor anymore. I don't feel like your Three of Swords is a negative factor. It was more so before you saw each other, because of how you were feeling. But afterwards, you're putting it to rest. And the Eight of Pentacles is like, there's something here. And you're kind of like, I feel like that's what's happening. You're like, there's something here. Now, when the Eight of Pentacles is showing up, I'm getting like the other person is saying the Seven of Pentacles, like they've been thinking about you. and they've been wondering if this could actually work out. I feel like they're coming back towards you with a romantic offer to try to get things going again, to try again, just to like, why not try? Why not just see? And like, if it doesn't work this time, we know it wasn't meant to be, but at least we can be friends. I just feel like the way they're coming towards you, it feels good. This is your Tower. And then you got the Ten of Cups, which for some reason I'm having a hard time spitting it out. It feels really good. I'm getting like the Tower, especially with the Ten of Cups with it, that's the shock. You're just kind of like, I don't know, you're kind of like, I almost feel like maybe the bigger shock is like you're open to it. And you're just like, yeah, you know what, I think this sounds good. Whatever they said to you, however it worked out, whatever these guys, like you put that Three of Swords from the past to rest, this person is showing you honest interest, that they're thinking, you know what, let's see how it's going. Their authenticity is here next to this card, Seven of Pentacles for them. They're telling you how they feel. They're being very honest. They're putting it right out there. And I feel like you really feel like that's a good thing. Like, I can't say no at this point. I want to find out. I feel like you're comfortable with it, though. I want to find out if there's actually something left. Because they seem to be coming at it in the sense of, like, it might fly, it might not. But I feel like at least we'll become friends. I just feel like you're very comfortable with this. And that's the shock. Like, this seems like this is a good idea. And you got true love come to me here. You're like, I want to try. This person's worth it. You like this person. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. I'm sick of being single anyway. Why not? Why not? They seem to be, and it seems to be very on the board. Like, you both know exactly where you stand. You both know how you each feel. You don't know where this is going. They don't know where this is going. And you're both like, let's just find out. And it doesn't seem stressful. It doesn't seem stressful at all to me. Now, the Six of Pentacles and the Justice come in with the home safe protection for the ending here. I feel like there's a lot of good times going on. I feel like the Justice card is telling me you're both going to know. Within a few weeks, you're going to know if this is actually going towards a romantic situation or it's best left as friends. I'm getting if it's going romantic, it's going to actually lead to a permanent partnership. If it's going more friends, it seems like it's going to cement in as a strong friendship. Because I feel like you're very comfortable with each other and you're just being very honest about where you stand. As things go forward, it's going to be one or the other is what I'm getting. A very strong friendship, or it's going to lock in as a permanent relationship. Because the Six of Pentacles is telling me you're very gracious with each other. You're very caring towards each other. You consider the other each of you considers the other person's feelings. And I'm getting that's where justice comes. That's why it either becomes a really good friendship or cements in as a permanent relationship because of this. Because you really look out for each other. You really talk things out. You really consider like what needs to happen now. And it feels better. It feels good. I feel like this ends well. No matter which road it ends up on, it still feels good either way. And I think we got there. So actually, for some of these cards, I was kind of nervous. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I saw a lot of swords in the center, and I'm like, I don't know what does. I think that this actually was a good reading. I think this worked out good in the sense of like outcome and all that stuff. So definitely, take it for a grain of salt. Hopefully that works out well for you. If you'd like to get a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.